the greatest love of all. The verse that stands out to me is, I believe the children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. Has anyone stopped to think about the legacy we are leaving our children? Think about that for a second. Welcome back to Before You Do with Verlyn. I'm your favorite premarital coach and the auntie you didn't know you needed. Posterity, meaning our children, our grandchildren, nieces, nephews, cousins, godchildren, all the children that are coming behind us. Those children that are following in our footsteps. What about the little people, the 10-year-olds, the 8-year-olds, the 5-year-olds that are watching? What legacy are we leaving them? Are we leaving them a legacy that our women can't stand our men, and that our men can't stand our women, and that as a culture and a race, we can't stand each other, and for some, it's even turned into hatred? What are we teaching our children, and how will they lead the way? Are we leaving them a legacy that we don't marry each other, and that we don't build families, and that we don't build generational wealth, that we cannot sustain healthy, happy relationships? Are we leaving our 8 and 9-year-old girls a legacy that our culture walks around dressed half naked and our attitudes are shameful, and that they should be unteachable and hate the very men that are to protect them? What are we teaching our babies? What are we demonstrating in front of them? Are we leaving our 8 and 9-year-old boys a legacy to hate their own women, to have such a disdain for them, to not want to marry them? At this point, ladies and gentlemen, we have to take a look at where our future is heading. They say the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Okay, so what kind of tree are we? And with that question, what type of fruit are we producing? I really wonder, do we sit and think about this? Or do we just wake up every day and we think about ourselves? Do we live day to day thinking and not understanding that we won't always be here, and that we will leave people behind, and that we should be thinking about them now? We can't just think about ourselves today and not prepare our children for their future. Do we really think that we're going to be here forever, and that it does not matter who we leave behind and how we leave them behind? When you sit and think about how you feel today, right? Whatever's in your heart, whatever thoughts that are in your mind, is this the way you want your grandchildren, your children, your nieces and nephews, your little cousins to think? Is this the way you want them to feel about one another? Again, I'll ask, who's thinking about the children? When I sit day to day and I listen and I see, I'm concerned, to say the least. We all should be. We all should be concerned about the state of our culture today. And not just because we're in it today, but because our children are coming up behind us. Now, clearly, there are some of us that are working diligently to bring our men and our women together, or to bring them back together, right? But how many of us are still at war with each other? How many of us, I'll say it again, are still at war with each other? And this war of the sexes in our culture will continue to be perpetuated if we don't do something today. We are hearing chatter and noise, right, about marriage and the fact that we don't want to get married. We don't want to be married. We will do anything else other than be married. Now we hear marriage is like legalized slavery. How in the world do we plan to have a future? Notice I didn't say have children per se, but have children with the understanding that we are building families. Why? Because families build communities. Communities will build a culture, and the culture will be the collective. But do we understand that everything starts with family, and that the children are the ones who will perpetuate our family and our names? We must rethink our thoughts, our words, and our actions, and look towards the future to heal our collective community so that we will have a future, so that our children will have positive things to say and think about one another, so that the legacy that's left to our children will be one that we can be proud of and not a legacy of shame. And I know that's easier said than done, but we all have a part to play in it. Get in where you fit in. Think about all the little people around you. What example are you being? I wonder what it would be like if we could see into the future. We could see our children, our grandchildren, nieces, nephews, neighbors, godchildren. I wonder what it would look like. And if we would see our children and grandchildren on social media or in the streets in the future, what would we think about what we saw? Will we see a product of our own making? And if so, will we cry tears of joy or tears of regret and shame? And on the flip side, right? Let's say our children and grandchildren can look back on social media, podcasts, all of these, I'm not going to name any, all the platforms, right? And if they could see us, what would they think? Would they feel a sense of pride or would they feel shame and embarrassed? Would they listen to your words and say, oh my gosh, granddad, dad, uncle has such hatred. Did you hear grandma, auntie? She said some really shameful things. Why not leave a legacy of love? Should we leave a legacy of marriage and family? A legacy of building? A legacy that our men love our women and that our women adore our men? Shouldn't we leave a legacy that we know how to get together and stay together and build together? Shouldn't we leave a legacy that we are a proud people? There's no other people that we would rather build our families with. We should leave a legacy that we stand up for one another and that we stand with one another. A legacy that we were part of the solution and not the problem. Let me say that again. Will our legacy prove that we were part of the solution or part of the problem? What do you want your legacy to be? If we believe the children are our future, what are we teaching them well? And what are they going to lead the way with? Are they going to lead the way with love, understanding, peace, or hatred, venom? Think about this. Oh my gosh. We must think about this. We have to get out of this self-life where all it is me today. And this is how I feel. What are we doing? Really, what are we doing? Clearly, we're not thinking about the children. Clearly, we're not thinking about having a future. Everybody wants to walk around, I'm woke, we woke, she woke. If we can't even see past today, if we can't even see our children, how woke can you be if you can't see what's right in front of you? So look at yourself and look at all the children in your life and then ask yourself and then answer yourself, what legacy am I leaving behind? Look at all the children around you. If you're pop, grandpop, uncle, pop, ask, what legacy am I leaving behind? What will my children, grandchildren think of me when they look back and see me after I'm gone? Maybe some people say, well, shoot, I won't be here. I could care less. Therein lies the problem. Name is everything. Your name is everything, even after you're no longer on this earth, or at least it should be. Thank you for joining this conversation. I pray this is something we all think about. Please hit the like button and subscribe. Make sure you share this out. Let's get this message out to at least 3 people. My website is verlyntarlton.com. You can pick up your freebies there and see what's going on. Ladies, I'll be gathering a ladies-only group where you can get ready and get seen. Thank you again for joining the conversation. And until next time, may you experience extraordinary love. Bye for now.